Okay, guys, welcome to the class and welcome to my channel. So, today we are going to do the exercise part of the polynomial. Uh, let's begin with the first exercise 2.1 of NCERT. Okay, here in the first question, 1 minute. Okay, let's see, guys, here in the graph. So, it is a highlighter, huh? What is this actually? What is happening here? Is this a highlighter or not? No, it is not a highlighter. ಹೊಸ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾವೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. Built in pens, these are pens, sorry. Okay, where is the highlighter? Okay, today we'll do with only pen. Let's take this guy. In the following graph, y is equal to p of x is there, are given in the figure 2.10 below. Here, for some polynomial p of x, find the number of zeros of p of x. So here 6 graphs he has given. In all these 6 graphs we have to find out zeros. Okay, so we already studied the meaning of zeros, in graphical method, in graphs. Okay, first one, we studied 3 important things here. We studied the meaning of zeros of linear polynomial in graphs. We studied the meaning of zeros of quadratic polynomial in graph, and we also studied the zeros meaning of cubic polynomial in graph. Okay, so in the linear polynomial, what we have discussed, so along with the graph only, whenever you draw a polynomial, whenever you draw a graph for the linear polynomial, definitely you will get a straight line like this or like this, somewhere. But how to find the zeros? I told you. So here suppose it may be, here we have one graph. Here the question number 1. So for what value, for which value of x, y is becoming 0 here? So do you find that here? For which, here if you take this value of x, so here we have some value of y. If you take this, you may take all of these points of x, so y is not becoming 0 here. So why it is, if y is equal to p of x, if y is equal to p of x, so I told you, so when I can say x is a 0 of this polynomial? When can I say x is a 0 of this polynomial? When I put the value of x in this polynomial, if this polynomial p of x becomes 0, then I can say x is a 0 of this polynomial. Suppose if I put the values of x in this polynomial, if it turns to be 0, what happens? Y is equal to, in place of p of x, I will 0. Okay, so that means, so if I want to say x is a 0 of this polynomial p of x, it has to become 0. So to show that in a graph, my y should be 0, right? So in this graph, if you look after here, at which point of x, these are the values of x here. These are the points of x. For which value of x, y is becoming 0. Here y is becoming 0, y is not becoming 0 here. In this graph, y is not becoming 0. If y is not becoming 0, then zeros will be 0. Here we have 0 zeros. In simple word, I wanted to say, so if you want to find the zeros in the graph, it may be a linear graph, it may be a quadratic graph, it may be a cubic graph. Just look after the point of intersection of x line here, x axis. So is this graph cutting the x axis? Is this graph cutting x axis? No, here this graph is not cutting x axis. Graph is not cutting x axis here. It is x axis. Do you have any point of intersection in x axis? No. So that 0 cuts here. We are 0 point of intersection. 0 point of intersection we are seeing in x axis. So here number of zeros in this graph is 0. And here if you see in this graph, how many times the graph is cutting x axis? So that we have to look for. How many times the graph is cutting x axis? Here only one time. This is my x axis, right? This is my x axis. How many times it is cutting? Only one time. Okay. So number of zeros will be 1. That is this value of the x. Okay. Now in this graph, how many times the graph is cutting x axis? See here at this point it is cutting, and here at this point it is also cutting the second time, and this point at the third point. Okay, totally at 3 points the x axis is cutting for 3 times. X axis is cutting for 3 times. Hence the number of zeros of this graph are 3. 1, 2, 3. At 3 values of x. Here this is the value of x. This is also some value of x. This is also for 3 values of x, your y is becoming 0. See here. What is the value of y here? That is 0 here, right? So value of y is 0 here. Here also, what is the value of y? Y is 0. It is x, let's say it is minus 2. How you get this point? Minus 2 comma 0 means along x axis you will take minus 2, and 0 means y axis, that is 0 only. Here you will get, right? So now x is minus 2, y is 0, like that. Number of zeros in this graph are 3. Next, in this graph, if you see, if you want to find out zeros, how many times this graph is cutting x axis? See here, 1 time and 2 time. The number of zeros are 2 here. Why here? For this value of x and for this value of x, y is becoming 0. If y is becoming 0 means p of x is becoming 0. So for values of x, if polynomial becomes 0, then we can call the values of x are the zeros of that polynomial. Zeros of that polynomial. So here number of zeros are 2. So in this graph, how many times the graph is cutting x axis? So at this point it is cutting. See here. And at this point it is cutting. Here, here. Totally how many times it is cutting x axis? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times it is cutting x axis. Hence the number of zeros will be 4 times. 4 zeros. And if you want to find out the number of zeros in this graph, here 1 time it is cutting. Here it is cutting 1 time. You can say it is 1 time only. And here also it is cutting 1 time. So at 3 different points of x, so the graph is cutting at the 3 different points on x axis. So number of zeros is 3. I hope you understood. If you want to find out the zeros of a polynomial in a graph, just look after how many times graph is cutting x axis. Graph is cutting x axis. Just look after this. That is enough. So if you want to know, in the last class, you just watched my last video again. So you will come to know the meaning of this. Okay. I hope you guys understood this. I hope you guys understood this. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials. And verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. Okay, the first question here, first question is here, x square minus 2x minus 8. You have to find the zeros. Okay, you should remember one thing here. So zeros of the polynomial, quadratic polynomial, how many zeros we can have for the quadratic polynomial? How many zeros we can have? Here we have to do, we have to check the relation between zeros and coefficient. In the last class I told you the zeros and coefficient relation in quadratic equation. So alpha plus beta, sum of zeros is equal to minus b upon a, and product of zeros is equal to c upon a. Here you have to check, here these alpha and beta are the zeros and minus b upon a, b and a are the coefficient. This is the relation between zeros and coefficient. Here what we have to do, first thing in this, we have to find the zeros of this polynomial. First let's find out the zeros of this polynomial. How to find out alpha and beta? Simple. Here what we can do, solution using middle term splitting method. I using middle term splitting, I will find the zeros. Middle term splitting, I will find the zeros of this equation. Find out the zeros here. So middle term splitting, let's given polynomial is my x square minus 2x minus 8. This is a factorization I am doing here. So here I have 8. What I have to do, first I have to multiply with the coefficient of x square with the 8. Okay guys, here x square minus 2x minus 8. Here what I will do, to in order to apply middle term splitting, I will take the coefficient of x square and I will multiply with the this constant term 8. Here 1, the nothing is there means 1 will be there. 1 into 8, I will get 8. Now next what I have to do, I have to split this middle term in two numbers, let's say AB, in such a way that the product of AB should gives me 8. Sum or subtraction should give me a middle term. What is the middle term here? That is minus 2 I should get. Okay, how can I split this? So here you just write down the factors of 8. What are the factors of 8? 1, 2, 4, 3 will not divide, 4 will divide, 2 will divide, 5 will not divide, 6 will not divide, 7 will not divide, 8. These are, either you can take 1 and 8. If you take 1 and 8, the product of 1 and 8 gives you 1, 8. But if you subtract these two, are you going to get 2? Or if after adding, are you going to get 2? When you add 1 plus 8, you will get 9. When you subtract them, you will get 7. Plus or minus 7 you will get. So 1, 8 combination is not possible. Let's take 2 for a 2, 4. So if you 2 into 4 gives you 8. When you subtract them, yes, you are getting 2. What you want? 2 only you want, right? 2 is the middle term, right? 2 is the middle term here. Okay, so that I'll split this number 2 into 2 4. Next what I have to do, I have to take the sign of this middle term to my bigger value here. What is the sign of middle term? That is minus. I have to take this to the bigger number. Here 4 is my bigger value, minus 4. Now in order to get to, what I have to do, if I take plus 2, what happens? Minus 4 plus 2 I will get minus 2. If I take minus 2, what happens? Minus 2 minus 4 I will get minus 6. So I hope you understood this, guys. You understood this? Okay, let's see this. Okay, so here what happened, I splitted that x square minus 2x plus sorry, this is plus, right? I have taken plus 2x minus 4x minus 8. I have to split like this. Now in these two terms, let's take comma. Here if I take comma x, what happens here? I have to write this one, so I can't write like this. Okay, I'll write like this: x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. Bigger value I have to write first. Okay, in this if I take comma x, what happens? Here I left with x minus 4 I will get, plus 2 if I take comma here, x minus 4 I will get. So now x minus 4 is common in these two terms. Let's take x minus 4 as a comma. What you are going to get? Here once x minus 4 out, I am left with x plus 2 here. Now here I have got x minus 4 and x plus 2. If I equate with 0, x minus 4 is equal to 0, x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now x is equal to, if I send negative value, will become positive, x is equal to minus 2. Now my zeros are 4 and minus 2. I hope you guys are getting this. So I have got alpha is equal to 4 and beta is equal to minus 2. Now let's find out here. So here what I will do, I'll just find out sum of zeros and product of zeros using two methods. One is using directly zeros. I will do this. Sum of zeros means, what is the alpha here? That is 4. And what is the beta I have got here? Minus 2 plus minus 2. Here it is 4 minus 2. Here I got 2. And 4, alpha is 4, beta is minus 2. Here I will get, I'm just inserting the zeros here. Here I will get 4 into minus 2 minus 8. This is using zeros directly. I am getting using zeros. Then I have to verify this, right? I have to verify using the coefficients. Now using verification purpose, let's take the polynomial back. What is the polynomial? That is p of x is equal to x square minus 4x plus, sorry, so this is what not present. Okay, we had x square minus 2x minus 8. This was the polynomial, right? So now let's compare this polynomial with the quadratic polynomial. What is my quadratic polynomial? 2 degree polynomial looks like ax square plus bx plus c. Here just compare the coefficient of this equation with this equation. What is the coefficient of x square? That is e. Now a is equal to, so before x square nothing is there, means you take that value along with sign plus 1. And what is the value of b here? In place of b, what we have here? 2 is there, along with the sign you have to take minus 2. What is the value of c here? That is minus 8. Now using this, you know how to find out using the coefficients. Let's find out alpha plus beta, sum of zeros, alpha plus beta using coefficients. We know that is minus b upon a formula here. So here alpha plus beta is equal to, what is the value of b? That is minus 2, that is minus b, in place of b minus 2 upon a. What is the value of a? That is 1. So alpha plus beta is equal to how much you are getting here? So minus into minus plus 2. Okay, here what is the value you have got? Alpha plus beta plus 2, right? Here also you are getting alpha plus beta plus 2. Using zeros also, the sum of zeros what you are getting? Same. Using coefficients also, sum of zeros what you are getting? It is okay, same. Okay, let's find out product of zeros, alpha into beta. What is this formula? We have c upon a. Okay, what is the value of c? That is minus 8. What is the value of a? That is 1, is equal to minus 8. Here also, using coefficient also, product of zeros we have got minus 8, and using directly using zeros also we have got minus 8. Hence it is verified. This is how you have to do verification. I hope you understood, guys. If you understand, okay, we have to find zeros, and then we have to verify it. Okay, so guys, just follow me. Okay, given polynomial, let's say p of s is equal to 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Why I took s? Because my polynomial, the variable in the polynomial is s. That's why I have taken this is a p of s. Okay, so 4 into 1 is nothing but 4. Okay, so the factors of 4 are 1, 2, 4. I have to split the middle term 4 into ab. Okay, let's 1 4 or 2 4 combination. I'll take 2 4 combination. It is not possible if I take a 2 2 combination. Okay, here I will take 2 2 combination. So 4s square minus 2s plus 1. If I take 2s common here, 2s minus 1 I will get. In this, if I take minus 1, here also I will get 2s minus 1. So 2s minus 1 is common, 2s minus 1. If I take common here, again I will get 2s minus 1. So if I equate with 0, here I will get 2s minus 1 is equal to 0. Then this 2s minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, 1 minute, guys. Okay, 2s is equal to what happens here? 2s is equal to 1, s is equal to 1 upon 2. In this case, what happens? 2s is equal to 1, s is equal to 1 upon 2. Hence what happened here? My zeros are 1 upon 2 and 1 upon 2. Hence, my alpha is equal to 1 upon 2, my beta is equal to 1 upon 2. I got the value of zeros. Yes, I got the value of zeros. Let's find out using zeros. That is alpha is equal to 1 by 2 and beta is equal to 1 by 2. Let's find out sum of zeros, alpha plus beta is equal to what happens? 1 by 2 upon 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Here it is 2 by 2. We will get 1. Then find out using this. I'll find out some product of zeros. 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2. It is nothing but 1 by 4. Okay. So now I will find using coefficients. I have to find out sum of zeros and product of zeros. So using for verification purpose, what I will do, I'll take my polynomial back. P of s is equal to, so 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Here let's write down the values of a. A is equal to 4. What is the value of b? That is minus 4. What is the value of c? That is 1. Now you know the formula. Sum of zeros alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. So that will be equal to, what is the value of b here? Minus 4. That is minus of minus 4 upon a is nothing but minus 4. Here 4 by minus 4. Let this cancel, minus 4 by 4. So if it cancels, here we will get minus 1. So I think 1 minute. There it 4 square. The value of a is plus 4 only. So this will be equal to minus 4 by 4. So it is minus into minus. This is plus 4 only. Here minus of minus a. Value of a is plus 4. Minus of minus 4, that is 4 by 4, will get 1 only. Okay. Here how much we got? 1. Here how much we got? 1. Okay. Likewise, let's find out product of zeros. Alpha into beta. Alpha into beta formula we know, c upon a. Alpha into beta, c upon a. The value of c is, how much it is? 1. Okay, 1. What is the value of a? That is 4. So yes, here also we got 1 by 4 only. Here also we got 1 by 4 only. Hence verified. I hope you understood this. Copy this. Okay. Let's, the polynomial they have given is 3x square minus x minus 4. Here I have to find zeros. The product of these two will give, I will get 12. So I have to divide. I have 1 here. I have to divide this into 12. So I will divide this as a 3 and 4. If I subtract 4 in 3, I will get 1. If I subtract 3 in 4, I will get 1. And if I multiply them, I will get 12. So now the sign of this coefficient is minus. I will take it for minus 4 and this plus 3. So now I will get minus 1. So let's split that. 3x square. 3x square. Yes, you write 3x square. Here minus 4x plus 3x minus 4. You can arrange them. 3x square plus 3x minus 4x minus 4. Like this you can arrange same terms. Here in these two terms I have 3 and x are comma. I will take 3x comma. Here I left with x. 3x once it gone out, I left going to. And I will take minus 4 as a comma here. What happens when I take x 4 out and minus I am taking out, minus into minus plus 1. Okay, I have x plus 1 here. X plus 1 I will take comma here. So what happens once x plus 1 gone out, I will left with 3x and minus 4. Here if I equate with 0, x plus 1 is equal to 0, 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. What I will get? X is equal to minus 1 and 3x is equal to 4 and x is equal to 4 upon 3. My zeros are here. My alpha is minus 1 and my beta is 4 upon 3. Okay, let's find out alpha plus beta using zeros. Alpha plus beta using zeros it is. So is equal to minus 1 plus 4 upon 3. What happens? Nothing is there. My LCM is 3. Then minus 3 up plus 4 will be equal to 1 by 3. This is 1 by 3. And at the same time, I will find alpha into beta. My alpha is minus 1. My beta is 4 upon 3. This will be equal to minus 4 upon 3. Okay, I got the alpha, sum of alpha zeros and product of zeros here. Now I will find out sum of zeros and product of zeros using, now I'll verify. Let me write it in a different color. So now I will do verification here. So for verification, let's take the polynomial back. It is 3x square minus x minus 4. Now let's write down the values of a here. That is 3, B is minus 1, C is minus 4. Let's find out sum of zeros and product of zeros. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. So minus b, what is the value of b? That is minus 1 upon a is 3. So minus into minus plus, so 1 upon 3. Here also 1 upon 3, here also 1 upon 3. I hope you are getting here. Okay. So let's find out product of zeros. Here alpha, my alpha into beta is formula C upon A. So what is the value of C here? Minus 4. What is the value of A here? 3. Minus 4 upon 3 is my answer. Here how much I got? Minus 4 upon. Hence they verified. So here we have to find the quadratic polynomial where they have given sum of zeros and product of zeros. Here sum of zeros is this one, product of zeros is this one. We know what is sum of zeros. That is alpha plus beta is equal to, he has given, that is 1 upon 4. And we know that product of zeros, that is we know alpha into beta, which is given minus 1. Now if alpha and beta are the zeros of any polynomial, if you take the zeros of a polynomial, of any quadratic polynomial, or you can say simply polynomial, then quadratic equation of polynomial, then the equation for the quadratic polynomial, then equation of a polynomial is written as is p of x is equal to k into, so you know this already, so we can also directly write like this. Yes, let's remove this first. Here you can also write this is x square minus, so here alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. Like this you can write down. This is one more formula. Okay, here you know this. What is alpha plus beta he has given? 1 by 4. And what is alpha beta he has given? Minus 1. Let's put those values in this equation. So your p of x is equal to x square minus alpha plus beta, directly he has given 1 upon 4. That is 1 by 4x. Then alpha beta he has given minus 1. Okay, so here nothing is there. So let's write down this one more time, x square minus x by 4 minus 1. So if you take LCM here, if you take LCM here, 4 is your LCM, 4 is your LCM. So then what happens here? Anyhow p of x will be this one 0. If you take LCM, what happens? 4 will be your LCM. Upside what you will get? X square. 4x square you will get, minus x minus 4 you will get. So this will be treated to 0. What happens here? 4x square minus x minus 4 is equal to 0. Your polynomial is 4x square minus x minus 4. Answer. Hence you can write your quadratic polynomial is 4x square minus x minus 4. Like this you have to find out. Okay, simple. Here you should remember this. Here you have to remember. Let's take a different color here. You should remember this. You can write a quadratic polynomial in this form, right? If it is equal to 0. then I equated with 0, so I got this. So here 4 into 0 is nothing but 0, so you carry it will be 4x square minus x minus 4 is equal to 0. Here you are going to have p of x. So this is p of x. I hope you understood. Okay, so let me do this for one more problem. It is for quadratic polynomial. This formula is for quadratic polynomial only. Quadratic polynomial, because 2 zeros are there. If you have 3 zeros, then cubic polynomial formation formula is different. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, let me solve one more problem here. You copied this. In this question also, they have given sum of zeros and product of zeros, and we have to form a polynomial. Okay, let sum of 0 is nothing but alpha plus beta, and product of zeros, they have given 0, it is root 5. Okay, and if alpha and beta are the zeros of any quadratic polynomial, then equation of quadratic polynomial can be written as equation of quadratic polynomial can be written as that's p of x is equal to x square plus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. Okay, let's insert this value. Let's insert the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta value in this equation. Okay, let's insert those values. Here x square plus alpha plus beta value is 0, that means 0 into x, plus alpha beta value is root 5 is equal to 0. Here what happens, x square 0 into x is 0 plus root 5 is equal to 0. Hence your quadratic equation will be x square plus root 5 is equal to 0. This is your quadratic polynomial. Okay, this is your answer. Here you can see sum of its zeros. Here sum of its zeros, sum of zeros means, how can I write? Let's write solution. Sum of zeros is alpha plus beta. Sum of its zeros are equal to half of their product, means product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta. This they have given. These two are equal here is given. That means I can write this one as alpha plus beta is equal to alpha beta by 2. Okay, and we know that what is alpha plus beta, that is the relation between the coefficients. Here we have to find out the value of coefficients, right? So then we have to take that formula only. Relation between the coefficient and the zeros. What is the alpha beta? Sum of zeros formula, we know that minus b upon a. And what is the product of zeros of a coefficients? So that is c upon 2a. Okay, let's take the given question here. Let's take the given polynomial. P of x is equal to, what they have given polynomial, x square minus k plus 6 x plus 2 into 2k minus 1. Here find out the values of a is equal to 1. What is the value of b is equal to minus k plus 6. What is the value of c? That is 2 into 2k minus 1. Let's put these values in this equation. Okay, then you will get the answer. Sorry, where it went? The same thing. Yes. Okay. Okay, let me put the values here. What is the value of b here? What is the value of b? That is minus of k plus. That is already minus. What is the value of b? That is minus of k plus 6. What is the value of a? 1. What is the value of c here? That is 2 into 2k minus 1. What is the value of a? 2 into what is the value of a? 1. See here, this 2 cancel out. Yes, this 2 cancel out, and this minus into minus becomes plus. That means I can write k plus 6 here, and here I left with 2k minus 1. Okay, I have to find k, right? Let's arrange the similar terms one side. So k and k are similar terms. So I'll take 2k towards here, and the sign before 2k is plus. So if I take here, the sign becomes negative. Hence k minus 2k, and I will arrange these two terms here, right? So 6 I don't want here. The before this plus, when I send this, it will become minus 6. So here I had minus 1. So see, once 6 will come, that will also minus 6. Now 2k minus k is nothing but k, and the sign behind the bigger value is minus, and it is minus 7. So this minus cancel out. I am going to get k is equal to 7. Okay, so let's, if you want to find out, if you want to make this polynomial proper polynomial, if you want to find out the coefficient of x square and x, you can insert the value of k over there in the given polynomial. Okay, the value of k. So actually your problem is finished here only. So I'm seeing you extra point here. So here your p of x will turn to be x square minus 7 plus 6 x plus 2 into minus 1. Your polynomial will become x square minus 7 plus 6 means how much it is? 13x plus it is 14 minus 1, 13, 13 plus 13 into 2, it is 20, 13 2 is 26. Your polynomial will become like this. I hope you understood. So yes, look after here guys. In this problem, he has given a polynomial p of x is equal to x square minus 2x minus 15. So this polynomial has a zeros alpha and beta. This polynomial has a zeros alpha and beta. In the same case, he is asking you to form one polynomial which is having zeros 2 alpha and 2 beta. Here in this case, zeros are itself alpha is equal to alpha and beta is equal to beta. Zeros are like this. I hope you understood. I don't need to write this, okay? Okay, 2 alpha and 2 beta. So you have to find this polynomial. So if you want to find out any quadratic polynomial, what is the equation we have? P of x is equal to x square minus alpha plus beta, that is sum of zeros here. X, this is plus here only, plus product of zeros, right? This is the form. Here alpha plus beta, here you have this alpha plus beta. in this form, that means how you have to form this equation. You have to form this equation will be equal to x square plus, what are the alpha here? Alpha is nothing but 2 alpha here. 2 alpha plus 2 beta x plus 2 alpha into 2 beta. First you have to find out what is the value of 2 alpha and what is the value of 2 beta. In order to find out 2 alpha and 2 beta, how are you going to get? First we have to find out alpha and beta. So here we can find out alpha beta with this polynomial. Why? Because alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial. If the alpha and betas are the zeros of this polynomial, then 2 alpha 2 beta are the zeros of this polynomial, then form the zeros. Then here there is a relation, there is a link between these zeros. That means he is saying the double of those zeros. Now let's find out zeros of this polynomial. Let's we have, that is x square is nothing minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. Okay, let's split this middle term. Here 1 into 15, that is I am gonna 15. I have to split the middle term into two numbers a b such a way that I should get the product, get a cross b, I should get 15. Let's write out the factors of 15, that is 1 3 5, and these are the only, and we have last 15. If you take 1 and 15, so you don't get the middle term. If you take 3 and 5, you will get that. Okay, x square minus, so here I will write minus 5x because the sign, so the 3 and 5, the bigger value is minus 5 plus 3x minus 15. Let's arrange the similar terms. Here we can do anything. So I take in these two terms, I will take x as a comma, I will get x minus 5. In this, if I take 3 as a comma, here I will get x minus 5. So now x minus 5 is common here. Here x minus 5 is common. Let's take x minus 5 as comma, and here I will get x plus 3. Now let's equate this. X minus 5 is equal to 0 and x plus 3 is equal to 0. I have to write this, kept on writing this 0. Okay, x is equal to 5 I will get and x is equal to minus 3 I will get. So I can say my zeros are, here my alpha is 5, my beta is minus 3. So that you can easily find out here. So next question, let's find out the next polynomial. So whose zeros are 2 alpha and 2 beta. Okay, let's find out 2 alpha value here. 2 into alpha, sorry, let's put the value of alpha here. 2 into what is the alpha here? 5. So 2 alpha I have got 5. Let's find out 2 beta. Here it is 2 and beta. Okay, 2 I have, what is the value of beta? That is minus 3. 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. Let's take this polynomial equation. I wrote it here, right? Let's take that polynomial equation. Here p of x is equal to x square plus 2 alpha, this is sum of zeros, 2 beta, because these are the zeros of this polynomial, right? So I have to take sum of zeros plus product of zeros. Here I have x and the product of zeros, 2 alpha into 2 beta. Okay, x square plus, what is 2 alpha here? I got here 2 into 5, that is 10, sorry. 2 into 5 is 10, right? Here 10 I have got. What is 2 beta I have got? Minus 6 x plus 10 into minus 6 I have got. Now you can write down x square plus, here 10 plus into minus minus 6 plus 10 into 6 minus 60 here. Now you can write down the final step. x square, 10 minus 6 is nothing but 4x, plus into minus minus 60. So your polynomial is p of x polynomial whose zeros are 2 alpha and 2 beta will be x square plus 4x minus 60 is your answer. Very simple guys, he has given one polynomial. Using that polynomial you have to find out alpha and beta. Here how I calculated. Here we have alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial. Then we have to form a polynomial which is having zeros 1 upon alpha and 1 upon beta. This is the polynomial they have given here, 2x square minus 9x plus 10, which has alpha and beta are the zeros. And we know the sum of zeros is minus b upon a. This formula we know, minus b upon a. So here b value is minus 9, minus of minus 9 by upon a, that is 2 we have. Here I will get 9 upon 2. 9 upon 2. And at the same time product of zeros we know that is c upon a. Here I know the value of c is 10, value of a is 2. So product of zeros is okay. Now we know the equation of the polynomial of a quadratic, that is x square minus sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta into x, okay, plus product of zeros alpha into beta, okay, is equal to 0. In the last problem here we took positive, right? So please change that to negative. I was not aware about it. Okay, so it was a mistake happened over there. So just leave it in this video class only. Okay, in the last problem I have taken a plus. I didn't concentrated it. Okay. So here what we have to find out, we know that alpha plus beta we know, alpha beta we know, but we have to find out alpha plus beta and alpha beta value here. So here what are my zeros here I have. So to form this polynomial, what are the zeros of this polynomial? They are in the form of 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. So here what I have to find out? I have to find out alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. So let us find out some of these roots here, alpha plus beta. How do you find out this? Alpha plus beta is nothing but here these are the zeros, right? What are the zeros I have here? 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. It will be my 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. Okay, here if I take LCM, what happens? Alpha beta are my LCM. Here I will get alpha plus beta. Okay. So you know here alpha plus beta by alpha is what? Minus b by upon, and I have got that answer also. Alpha plus beta I know, right? What is that my alpha plus beta? 9 upon 2 I have calculated in the upper part. What is my alpha beta? 10 upon 2. Okay, this will become 9 upon 2 into 2 upon 10. This 2 cancel out. Here I will get 9 upon 10. In the same manner, let us calculate product of zeros. That is alpha into beta. What are my alpha beta? That is 1 into alpha and 1 into beta. These are my zeros. Okay, what it can be? It can be a 1 into alpha beta. And we know that the value of alpha beta What is that value of alpha beta? 10 upon 2. So this I can write 1 by 1 into 10 by 2. So 2 1 jar, 2 5 jar, it will be 5. Okay. Now you got alpha into beta, sum of zeros and product of zeros. Let's insert this in this equation, okay, in order to form the quadratic polynomial. Okay, let's take p of x is equal to x square minus sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta, x plus product of zeros alpha into beta. Here sorry, here nothing is there means it will come here. So here 1, so 1 by 5 we will get answer. Okay, let's insert that value. X square minus, what is the alpha plus beta value we have got? 9 by 10. X, what is alpha beta? 1 by 5. This is your answer. Okay, fine. Especially in this video, we did one small mistake. Okay, the formation of quadratic equation formula is actually p of x is equal to x square minus sum of zeros x plus product of zeros. This was like this. So but what we have done, we have taken somewhere I remember we took plus here in place of minus, we took plus here. Please kindly I request you to change that. Okay, it is not like this. Okay, this is the right one. The right formula is p of x is equal to x square minus sum of zeros plus into x here and product of zeros. Okay, this is the right one. Here what we have committed in the mistake in this video is instead of minus we took plus by accidentally. Okay, thank you for the days. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends.